Let's get right into it. Uh, yeah, so I got the system, and it turned out it was really slow. For whatever reason, it was very slow. So I fixed it up, and I decided I would love to share this with others. So the process is quite simple, almost like every other video you can find out there. But for those using the AMD processors, please wait till the end of the video to find out the best fix for your system. The reason why I specified on AMD processors is because they have a very specific and different problem, and I'll be explaining that later. So let's get right into it. The first process is to press the Control Shift and Escape buttons to go into your task manager. Now you can also access your task manager by clicking on your start button and typing in task manager in the button, and there you have it, still the same thing. So on the task manager screen is where we manage all tasks within our CPU. What we basically want to do now is make sure that in the startup tab we have disabled things we will not really be needing on startup. Now what happens with these startup files is that they have to load once the system is starting up. The problem with that is that every single time you turn on your system, you go through the process of low boot, especially for those having a very high startup impact, like Google Drive is at this point. So what you just have to do is disable it, right click and disable, and for these ones which look quite different, you can choose to open the file location to find out where it's coming from, or just search online to find out what it's all about. Very straightforward stuff. But disable those ones that you believe are not really useful to you. Like I disabled Google Drive right now. I wouldn't disable touchpad, I wouldn't disable persistence module, and I really would love to disable Cortana for now. So this will help us speed up the system. That's about that. You can restart at this point. Now the next process is to very simply, let's minimize that. We need to go to our startup folder. Now there are many ways by which you can access these. The power options, you can choose to type in power options, and power and sleep settings. There's a folder, power and sleep settings. Click on it. Now for some particular systems you might see power options come up. There's no problem, you're still on the right path. Now this is a very long process, but I'm going to do it anyway. So at this point you're going to click on additional power settings and choose what closing the lid does. Now when you click on this, you get to this page. Now the reason why I said that's a slow method is because you could simply, let's cancel that, you can simply just type in lead over here and you still get to the same point. So whatever works for you. Change settings that are currently available. Now you notice these guys are in gray over here. We want to be able to change the settings. So turn on fast startup. Normally when fast startup is turned on, at some point it actually makes your PC slower. So if fast startup is turned on your PC right now, it is recommended that you turn it off. I know it doesn't sound really logical, but that it actually is one of those things that cause the system to boot up slow compared to it does like opposite of its job. So just turn it off, don't turn it on, make sure it is off, save changes, and now at this point you can restart. To move forward, for the AMD users, now at this point if you're using an AMD processor, Ryzen or whatever it is, you would have to do this to make your system start up faster. Now AMD processors have this particular issue with startup. Some processors actually start up slower compared to others. Now the main issue is from your registry. You go into registry editor, make sure you run it as an administrator, although it runs as an administrator automatically. Then click yes. It turns on your your registry editor page right now. So what you basically want to do now is search in here, find, or simply you could press Ctrl F and then look for enable ULPS. That's what you basically need to find. Now you click on find next. It takes quite a long time looking for this. I really should pause this video and then get back to it. So in the meantime, I will explain what ULPS does. ULPS is ultra low power state. What it was supposed to do was to make sure that GPU systems don't consume a lot of power. So it comes with the AMD processors. It comes directly with AMD systems. So it actually causes slow startup in AMD processors. Basically, that's what happens. That's what's probably making your high-powered Core i7 or Core i5 system extremely slow. So you just go ahead, find it, and when it comes up, you move with it. I'll pause this video right here. We'll be back when it's ready. Alright, here we are. It takes quite a long time actually. It could take a minute or more. So you get the enable ULPS option here. Now, just for those who don't have the patience to wait, it's very easy to get to enable ULPS. You could just as well start directly from here. Let me see. So you click on the local machine, expand that option, go to system, expand the option. You should be looking for something about control. Here we have control set 001, expand it, click on control, expand it. Now there's a particular number in here. Okay, it seems I've already selected it. This particular one, 4D36E968, expand it, and then 001 is what we are looking for. So if you scroll down to E, you can see it's arranged serially at this point. So scroll down till you get to the enable option, and we can have enable ULPS. Now if you try this on normal systems that don't run the AMD processors, you would not find the option to enable ULPS. That is the difference. So once you click on enable ULPS, make sure that the value is 0. Naturally it comes with 1, so you have to change that to 0. That means, off, simple off. And then click on the OK, make sure it's in hexadecimal, click on OK, and we are good to go. Now if you restart your system, you'll notice it boots up way faster than it has done before. Thank you very much for listening to this video, for watching this video. I'm hoping to continue making videos like this, so please subscribe if it worked for you, put a like, put a comment just to encourage me, and I'll be glad to see you on the next video. Thank you very much.